What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Godzilla vs. Kong. So as I said, I will be doing at least one video per week updating you with what is going on in the Godzilla universe, the Godzilla vs. Kong community, that kind of stuff, as you guys really want to know. So there are a few little updates, but there's a one huge, crazy huge update. So if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. At the 100,000 subscribe mark, I will be giving away something that is so darn cool. So make sure to subscribe with notifications on, and the more videos you comment on, the more chance you get to win when we get to 100,000 subscribe mark. If you could check us out on Twitter, WarstuG, really trying to grow that Twitter platform. Instagram at Warstu, Twitch, just type Warstu Twitch, and that'll come up, and the Facebook page. So we've got a huge update. As we know, this movie was supposed to be coming out this year. Now it's sadly coming out next year, but apparently Godzilla vs. Kong crossed the finish line according to confirmed posts by its co-producer on social media dating back 6 weeks or so back to August. Godzilla vs. Kong has passed its massive production of epic visual effects, so it's completed a long, incredible journey of the film, making it massive post-production. All there is now is to review the screen of the film and tweak anything that needs improvements. The aim is still for the big screen, which is awesome. So yeah, so it pretty much seems like, from the information we're hearing, that VFX on the movie is pretty much done, but it was supposed to come out in November anyway before the delays. It's now nearly October, so this realistically shouldn't be any news to you. So despite this, we imagine the VFX will continue to be worked on and improved upon for Godzilla vs. Kong until Warner Bros. And Legendary Pictures feel that it's ready to kick off its marketing campaign, which in the current climate is very hard to do because we don't know when it's coming. But according to the UK Warner Bros. Schedule, I personally have had a phone call with Warner Bros. And they've said that this movie is scheduled for May next year. Wonder Woman is scheduled for December, the same alongside June 2020. So it looks like they will be cracking on with the May release date next year. But that's kind of bad in a way. Why? Well, because Godzilla vs. Kong has got some fierce competition now. Now, the up-and-coming Black Widow movie has been shifted from November the 6th, 2020, all the way to May the 7th, 2021. But Warstu, what's your issue? Well, the new date means that Black Widow will now debut 2 weeks before Godzilla vs. Kong. Now, the issue with the last Godzilla movie, King of the Monsters, it doesn't really make much money, and Black Widow is going to bang because Marvel have not released a movie in a year as of the time of Black Widow coming out. So to drop a Marvel movie 2 weeks before Godzilla vs. Kong comes out, it's only a 2-week gap. But as we know, we're in uncertain times. The schedule could change. Ongoing concerns within the film industry. It's also possible that they should, would, or could delay the movie slightly because there's going to be some conjecture and some confusion, and there's going to be a lot of movies coming out next year in short capacity of the other movie, which isn't good. Now, as we have already revealed who wins the fight, let me know who you think should win. Is it Kong? Is it Godzilla? Is it Mecha Godzilla? Is it King Ghidorah? Is it a mechanical titan? We don't know. So, also in the news, we've got a slight update. New Godzilla vs. Kong logo unveiled. It's not in the thumbnail though. So, during a recent Prime Studio live stream, a slightly new background-less Godzilla vs. Kong was revealed. Now, this to me tells me that potentially they're going to be changing some things around again. Maybe. Now, at the moment, the most recent synopsis for this movie goes as follows. Legends collide as Godzilla vs. Kong, the two most powerful forces of nature, clash in a spectacular battle of the ages. The monster war rages on the surface and deep within our water as the spectacular secret realms of the Titans, known as the Hollow Earth, is revealed. And this is pretty interesting, because this means that maybe we're going to go underground. Maybe. Despite the up-and-coming blockbuster, the movie was recently given a PG-13 by MBAA, with director Adam Wingard quickly chiming in to suggest the rating that has been handed down is putting things rather mildly. Godzilla vs. Kong received its PG-13 rating for intense sequences of creature, violence, destruction, and brief language, which was followed by wind guards taking to social media and slyly stating that's an understatement which should excite fans. He says it's going to be the most savage, brutal brawl you've ever seen in Godzilla vs. Kong in your Yakuza kind of like, you know, industry, which just sounds cool. So it's just going to be a massive overhaul of fights, which does sound fantastic. So also in the news, we did recently have some information from the soundtrack, which is pretty cool. Junkie XL shed some light on the up-and-coming soundtrack, and it turns out that he's actually a huge fan of this franchise. I'm such a Godzilla freak. I have the Japanese version of the movies. At a certain point, it just was and giggles. I wrote something for Godzilla about 2 years ago. I met with the director because he showed an interest in me as a composer. I asked him, do you know I'm the biggest Godzilla fan on the planet? And years ago, I wrote some stuff. He was like, you're kidding me. So we started communicating. I tweet what I did, played it for him, and he was totally in love. So what is interesting is he said this music sounds absolutely badass, and anyone who watches a movie in IMAX or at the theatre cinemas and says the music isn't one of the most important things, you don't know, because the music sets the tone for the overall movie. On Godzilla vs. Kong, I said I think we need the biggest bass drum on the planet for the score. I know the guy who can build it. What do you think? They just said, let's do it. So I said, I want bass drum that is at least 8 feet in diameter. He laughed. The guy called me back and he asked, is it okay if it's only 6 feet? I said, could we do 8? Why can't we do 10? The answer was, well, there's simply no cow alive that has skin big enough for that to cover a 10-foot bass drum. So we have to scale it down. It was worth the money. So that's just a little quip I thought I'd put in this video, but it does make it seem like the soundtrack for this movie is going to be freaking insane. As you know, the music does set the tone with the dramatic scenes in any movie. It does set the tonal shift. You can shift from a sensitive scene to a savage fight with crazy ass music, and that is what it seems is going to happen. So as we know, there was a trailer expected to pop in at cinema, and I do expect the trailer to be in with Wonder Woman 1984, but maybe more specifically with June 2020. Why do I say that? Is because that is also a Legendary Pictures movie, and you know, Godzilla vs. Kong is Legendary Pictures and Warner Bros. Movie, so it would make more sense. So I do expect the trailer to kick in at some point in December. You know, Wonder Woman 1984 has now got the release date of Boxing Day here in the UK, December the 26th. So I do expect the trailer to be shown then, because obviously June 2020 comes out first. So I do expect the Godzilla trailer to be coming any time in December. But like always, these marketing companies, they can start marketing campaigns whenever they feel like it. So it's just a short update, guys. But I did feel that the information at the start of the video about it's wrapped VFX pretty much, and it's just going to be tweaking things here, right, and everywhere, which is pretty darn cool if you ask me. So like always, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest pop culture news. We have been doing a lot of Godzilla vs. Kong stuff recently, but as I said, guys, I will be scaling back because there isn't really that much to talk about. So like always, guys, I just want to thank you guys for supporting the Godzilla vs. Kong videos. These videos always do really well. Make sure to argue down below who is going to win. Is it going to be Godzilla? Is it going to be my boy Kong? We already know it's Godzilla, but let's have a conversation about it anyway. And like always, guys, I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.